All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yahweh is the name who the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son's name in the Hebrew. Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. That's the true proper names. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, man. The saints of the Lord, man. Those brothers that are making self-sacrifice now for the kingdom, for the elect's sake. Um, today's lesson, I'm gonna get into this word love, man, and really what it means according to the scriptures and what love is according to the Lord. Um, the Christian doctrine is love. God is love, which the Lord is love, but but people put a false sense of what they think love is onto the Lord when the Lord tells you what love is, and He told you what love was from the beginning. But you know, because we're living in a time where the whole doctrine of the world is love, but nobody truly has real love for the Lord, and that shit right there can grind my gears the most, man. But I'm gonna just get into the lesson, man. This is start off in Deuteronomy, man. We're gonna go old and new because the scriptures deal with old and new, man. Scriptures deal with old and new. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 16. I'll start at 15. It says, "See, I have set before thee this day life and good, death and evil." And this is talking about the commandments of the Lord, man. "And that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, and keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And Yahweh thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it." So that word love is synonymous with his commandments, man. His keeping of his commandments. It says, in verse 16, I'm going to start at the top again. It says, "In that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, and to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments." That's love. That's love, man. Knowing that the Lord made all things, and uh, you know, knowing that the Lord hooked you up through so many things, and you know what He did, and you consider these things, and you do what He said, man. That's love, man, according to the scriptures, man. That's true love, man. The whole problem with the doctrine today is, with the Christian church, is the fact that they believe their sense of love omits judgment. So their sense of love is this corrupted form where everybody's accepted, and you have to do nothing but say you love. But the scriptures cut that, man. This is 1 John 3 and 18. It says, "My little children," it says, "My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth." So love has to have an action with it, man. And that action we just went over in Deuteronomy 30 and 16. That action is that uh is that walking in his ways and keeping his commandments and his statutes and his judgments. That's a deed, man. So 1 John 3 and 18 said, "My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue." Just saying you love the Lord, man. Just saying you love the Lord is not enough, man. What did the Lord say? He said, Lord said, "This people draw near me with their mouths." Yeah, this is Isaiah 29 and 13. It says, "Wherefore Yahweh said, For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me. That word heart is mind, is la'ab. In the Hebrew, it means mind. But have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men, man. See, the precepts of men is the philosophy of men of what they think the Lord is, man. But the scriptures tell you who the Lord is, man. What his spirit is like, what he considers, what he loves, man. You being a fleshly person can tell people what you like and what you don't like. And somehow the Lord can't do the same, to where these people in these churches will make up a whole doctrine of the Lord knows me, instead of you trying to know the Lord, man. You try to justify your own wickedness by the fact that the Lord made you. Yeah, he made you, but he also gave you a commandment of how to walk and how to love him. So back to this 1 John 3:18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed. And hereby we know that we are of the truth. But in deed and in truth, verse 19, and hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him. So this is how you show and assure your mind before the Lord, and know that you're of the truth, if you truly love the Lord in deed and not just in your tongue, man. Because we just had that precept in Isaiah, where it told you that these people draw near the Most High with their tongues, but their heart is far from them. Their mind is not on the Lord, man. Let me get this next one. It's Nahum 1:5. It says, or Nehemiah, Salakia. Nehemiah 1:5. It says, and I said, I beseech thee, O Yahweh, power of heaven, the great and terrible power that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments. This is how you love the Lord, man. You observe his commandments, man. You're obedient until his call, man. You're obedient to what he set up. That's how you show love to the Lord, man. That's a deed, man. These Christian churches, they paint love however the hell they want to paint it, and they never actually sit there and let the truth come out, man. They just paint whatever pretty picture that they want, man. They do these smooth things, man. They trim their way to seek love, the accepted way. But the Lord is not about the socially accepted way. He's about his way, man. How you love the Lord is how the Lord wants you to love him, man. He doesn't want you to go off what you think love is. He wants you to go off what love really is, man. This is John 14. Well, I'll start at 15. It says, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love the Lord, you keep his commandments, man. Because that's love to the Lord, man. You keeping the Lord's commandments is big to the Lord, man. The scriptures say love working no ill to his neighbor, man. Love is I'm gonna get that, man. This is Romans 13. It's Romans 13. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. Romans 13 And 10, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law, man. This is true love, man. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. And if you love your neighbor, your brother, which that neighbor in the scriptures is talking about brothers, because you got to remember all the scriptures from Old to New Testament, it's all talking about Israel. Israel was a holy people. The Lord set them up to be a holy people. That word holy means separate. So if you're separated, if you want to go off by what the world calls neighbor, if the Lord set up Israel to be separate, to not dwell among the other nations, when Israel was dwelling, they were dwelling by themselves, of the same nation, same quarters. So their neighbors were other Israelites. It says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor, another Israelite. A brother, man. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. So, ill to his neighbor, if you go up, man, I'm gonna go to verse 8, man. Romans 13 and 8, it says, owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another fulfilled the law. For this thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, that thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. So if you're working no ill to your neighbor, you're not going to steal, you're not going to covet, you're not going to bear false witness, you're not going to commit adultery with your neighbor's wife. That's love, man. Through these things, man, you'll fulfill the law. So this is love to the Most High. This is really what love is, man. This false sense of hope of what love is in the world, these, this Christian doctrine, this all-inclusive thing where love can be construed in any type of measure, it's folly. It's off, man. Because everybody would have their own sense of what love is, and nobody would ever get anything from what another person's love is. Just like everybody in this world, if they don't have the mindset of what the Lord says is right, they're going off of their own wicked heart, and they make up what is good and what's evil, man. That's why they speak ill of the truth now, man. That's why they spoke ill of Yahushua, man, because they made up in their mind what was good and what was wrong, instead of going off of what the Lord said, man. But this is what love is, according to the scriptures. It's the fulfilling of the law, man. This is how you love the Lord, man. But with that being said, man, I want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Call halal, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Brakatha, Yahweh Brakatha, Yahushai, for giving brothers his word, putting light in the world again, man. Brothers keep pushing love one another, man, as the Lord said. This stuff is kicking off faster and faster, man. We gonna need each other, man. Shalom.